This tutorial is designed to show you event costing, the executive report, users and passwords, preparing a letter and mail merge, making a single email, changing your details, and providing feedback back to us. Event costing provides a fairly accurate view of a one-off event, so let us insert one. Now let us put some details in. My event has both income and expenses. It also has two sets of amounts, the preliminary budget and the actual amounts that occur. Let us make it easier for ourselves by opening up the ledger to see the accounts that are used. I'll just create an income source. I have filled out the rest of my event. I've even included the actual amounts. Save and print a report for the executive. It shows all of the budget and actuals of income and expenses. You are due for an executive meeting and you need to prepare a report for the executive. You can see at the top the opening and closing amounts and the movement of both bank account and petty cash. Below you have the income and expenses that have occurred in that period. As the end of the year approaches, you will be expected to prepare a budget for the next financial year using the current financial year as a guide. We most probably don't have enough details to adequately reflect a budget, but just work with me on this. You can adjust each amount by a factor, round out that amount, and also enter the amount directly. Save to memory and save to the hard drive. And the report. All of these details are here, last year and your projected budget. Club Treasurer is supplied with a default user. Do you remember when we were entering or starting up the ledger, how I mentioned the tick box save the user profile when you're saving the ledger? Well, it was this default user that saved the ledger in that style. You can enter your own details with a password and use that to restrict entry into this program. You can turn on passwords from the setup window. It is approaching that time when all the members are due to pay their semi-annuals, and sometimes they need to be reminded. This is where a standard letter and mail merge plays a role to send out emails. This allows us to create a letter which can be used by mail merge. Insert, add a letter name and save. Using mail merge comes with a level of difficulty. Highlight the display name in the list on the left and highlight the whole of the text token in the field below. Use the keyboard shortcuts Ctrl-C to copy the text and use the shortcuts Ctrl-V to insert. These tokens can be put in the letter, the subject, and the message of the email. The letter is sent with an email as a PDF attachment. We have finished creating a letter. You can see how all the tokens are used. Now save any changes. In Mail Merge, select the letter that we have just created or I have just finished off. All of the subject messages of the email are shown. Next, load the choice of active and inactive members. None of the members is selected. Use the Select All, Deselect All buttons and toggle the ticks with a double left click. If members do not have an email address, then the mail merge can only print the letter. You can bypass previewing the letter and also CC the email to your own account. Send Email is a standalone email client which allows you to send an email. It's very basic, but it could be handy. Registration change details allow you to change your details or pass the treasurership to another treasurer but still retain an active license. But first of all, you must have the password to use this procedure. Otherwise, you can run into some problems. Sometimes you'd like to contact Midnight Oil Software directly. You can leave a suggestion, a feedback, or possibly a bug report. You can also CC this to your email.